anytime, Cabo. You're doing a great job. I got that in too. You got Gordon's second leg.
I hate steps.
That was a beautiful part of man in the 18th century, ladies, was the calf muscle. That made the man.
Is that right?
I don't always see any congressmen painting like this.
We're 47th Virginia, but we're out of uniform. We don't have our muskets.
Good to have you. Of course, we wouldn't be so friendly back in the colonial period, but that's okay. What's in Virginia called Bud South Florida? Anything about it? You're over 5'2", duck, the door frame's a little low. It's going to be pretty. You can see we got the bowl right there, too. Blue skies up there. A lot of this is ground fog from the earlier rain. So, come on, Kyle. Absolutely. I encourage you to, Gobble. Of course, you'd be upstairs. You would never sit down here with the regular soldiers. Guys got a bench over here. Feel free to use the beds, some steel boxes. Come sit. Say a little bit about it, and then get you going. Okay. Who's our breakfast? It's Lent. There's no breakfast.
Hello, they're in the camp. Wait till Norman, please.
They're not serving breakfast?
No, Lent. They didn't eat till
Yeah.
6:20 in the evening.
Yeah.
This would be the worst time of year to be officer here. You'd have to carry a pistol, because even your own son and nephew are here. They eat 4,000 calories a day. We're down to 1,100 calories, and that's at 6:20 in the evening. Remember, no rum. Yeah, right. No wine. No 2 cigars, Cuban cigars every day. These guys smoke 24 cigars a day. And then remember, the age of the boys is 6. 6 to 12, get them in, train them. By the time they're the height of the musket, married, good Catholic 13 with a child, they are full soldiers. That's old. British Navy in that day, 5, 6, right in. Lord Nelson sailed when he was 5. So by 12, these are old guys. Shot clock, basically, is the shot box has you all the different samples. That's the 6-pounder, this is the little guys.
Oh.
And that's what we can shoot at you. Unless it's coming at your forehead, any fear? We often forget how small the ammunition is. And this fort never took a life. Reason? Doesn't force to. Big feature is the fact that this is in the middle of the river, guys. There was nothing on the other island that encouraged the engineer that he could build over there better than building on a 1-acre island. That's what this original island was, right where the rock line is. Today it's 237 acres, but it is still not solid. If you go out there more than 50 yards, you go waist deep in mud and you won't get out. This is a terrible place to attack. The British have to come in longboats. They're in red. They're sitting backwards, and we have cannons that fire 2 miles. No one ever attacks it. It's just not worth the casualties. You're talking about a lot of men dying to take and kill 6 Spanish soldiers. Walls are bulletproof, fireproof, cannon-proof, and I brought some coquina over a couple weeks ago from the caverns. The new stuff we're finding is up to 600 million years of age. It's white coquina. They're using it in St. Augustine to build with. It's light, easy to work with, and the feature of the fort was plaster. They plastered it twice a year, painted it twice a year, and everything you did additional to your soldier salary was additional pay. So Cabo would actually have a box of 2,200 pesos upstairs. You paid before you leave. So, ladies, would you come visit them? They smell. They're smoking cigars. They don't use deodorant. They don't change their undies. They're not going in the river. You don't want to see them until they get bathed. They go to the priest and confess their sins, and now that they're in their white uniforms and they're back home, and he looks beautiful, and his 4 required teeth are shining in the breeze, would you take him back into bed? He also has cash. That's the real reason you want him back home. So we tend to forget, soldiers spent 1 month out here, 6 weeks if they cannot qualify on the cannons. This is the qualifying for it, because if they fire down here, it's 11 miles from the nearest neighbor. Downtown St. Augustine always terrified people, even if it's just a boo-boo, or they happen to fire a gunshot clearing the harbor, everybody ran to the Castillo, and it's very extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
One big feature, once the fort was built, it does not engage an enemy, doesn't lose anybody, doesn't kill anybody, so what's it here for? It's a toll booth. If you really think of what this thing is, guys, it can guard the river. And this river doesn't stop in St. Augustine. Where's it go? Any idea, guys? The intercoastal waterway of the 18th century? Exactly. Excellent. God bless you. You're the first one to know in a year. Wilmington, North Carolina, guys.
North Carolina.
It's safe to get out of the Cape Fear because, remember, this is a great sail, but they're enemies north of us. We don't consider you guys enemies. In fact, Virginia to us was a foreign nation. Never got to see you. South Carolina is the key state, the wealthiest colony. Beautiful city. Charleston has about 7,000 people. It's walled in. It has 99 cannons. It is the terror of the Spanish Empire. And the trouble is, our gold ships are going to sail up that direction and then bang a right and head straight to Africa. So this time of year, during Lent, we have 2 huge advantages. No shots may be fired by the British out of the Caribbean or by the Spanish out of the Caribbean or Florida, because it is Lent. The taking of a life of a fellow Christian is not a real cool concept before Christ arrives in Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, and then we celebrate, thank God, 5,000 calories a day for the next week after Easter. So we're counting the days. Your job up here, sleep, eat, gamble, have gas, pass out. There's really no reason for the officers to be here. The problem is this time of year is just, you sometimes with